Alright y'all, so this is going to be my final physique update. Right now it is Thursday, April 4th I believe, or maybe it's the 5th, I forget. And Sunday is the show, so this is 3 days out. I just went to the gym and I had my first carbohydrate meal after depleting for days 7, 6, 5, and 4. During those days I was on my normal diet of, 2+ pounds of 93% lean. And I also was doing some chicken just to, get even leaner, to get where I wanted to be for the show. Right now, I think, let me know what you think. I think my body fat is probably around 6.5–7%. And right now, I also still have the water pretty high and the sodium at a normal level. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to be depleting the water and going down on the sodium. I have a whole protocol laid out for that. The basic outline is, starting today, I'm cutting my water a little bit. Tomorrow it's going to be more. And then Saturday it's going to be very low. And then my sodium is going to be depleted significantly tomorrow, even more the next day, and again, very low on Saturday. So, or whatever the correct days are for that. Saturday is when the water will be super low, sodium will be super low. And then show morning, and carbohydrate loading during this whole time, consistent spaced out meals, getting an amount of carbohydrates that's going to be effective for complete glycogen synthesis and not too much so that it goes to the fat stores or is otherwise inefficiently utilized. For me, that's equating to 80 to 100 grams of carbohydrates every couple hours. You could space it out less if you wanted to. That's just what's convenient for me. But for example, my meal just about 30 minutes ago, so you're going to see my stomach is probably a little bit out more than it will be at the show. But my meal was a half pound of 93%, that's 340 calories, and then 2 tablespoons of maple syrup in about 60 grams of dry oatmeal. I don't even know exactly how many carbohydrates that is, but what I do know is the calorie amounts and how I'm going to space that out. Maintaining at least 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So I'm going to try to get in, or what I'm going to do is have a pound of 93% to make sure I'm getting my micronutrients and a little bit of fat, and then probably a pound of chicken as well. Those two things together are going to be about 1,400 calories. And I'm planning to stay at maintenance during the carbohydrate loading process to ensure full glycogen synthesis. And so if I'm getting about 1,400 calories and that's meeting my protein and probably a little low on the fat, but let's just say it's meeting my fat goals, that means I have about 1,000 calories or, maybe even 1,400 calories to play with. Divide that by 4, we're sitting at about 350 grams of carbohydrates. Now, the other thing that I'm thinking about is I feel really good about the way I look, and I don't actually want to overload my muscles with the carbohydrates. That's going to be partially dependent on the water consumption, making sure I optimize that, but it's also going to be, if they're completely 100% full of that glycogen, it's going to change the look a little bit in terms of the leanness and the vascularity possibly, or just being overly full. This is men's physique. We're trying to look like a beach body. We're not trying to look like a bodybuilder necessarily, or a classic physique competitor. A little bit higher body fat, and if you go on the OCB's website and look at the rules for what this is, that's what you're gonna find. So I'm just trying to work in with all of that. And so if you look at the fundamentals of glycogen metabolism for coaches and athletes on NIH, most of the research that I've seen indicates that about 700 grams of carbohydrates throughout the day are going to be most efficient for complete glycogen resynthesis or repletion. So I don't think I'm going to aim for 100% glycogen, but just filling up the muscles nicely, allowing myself to get a good pump, and then right before I go on stage, about 30 minutes before, I'm going to have 2 tablespoons of honey and then add back in a little bit of salt there to pop the veins a little bit and look great for you guys. So I got the shorts on, I have a lighting set up here, and I don't even know really how it's going to look, but however it comes out, that's going to be that. So let's get to it. Remember, I just ate, still have a lot of water. You know, this look is going to change quite a bit, but start with kind of like a side pose like this. Move into the back. Side pose here. Trying to smile more. I know it's tough. And then we will do a front pose here. I really don't know how the lighting is looking. But I can already feel those carbohydrates filling up the muscles with more water even, and just an overall great, you know, amount of pump, which I really, really like. I feel good about, so. I'm just gonna do a little freeform stuff for you guys, try to get the lighting angles right, you know, try to display to you really, you know, where the body's at, so. You know, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to give you guys. You're gonna see me on stage. Wish me luck. I think I'm gonna blow away the competition personally. Who knows? This is an amateur competition, you know, and excuse me, I'm planning to get the pro card, and then we're gonna compete in the Europe Cup later this year. And honestly, with the amount of progress I've been able to make, I think I can at least place in that event in the top 3. So thank you very much for watching, and I will possibly update you guys again before the show. We'll see.